We have been doing a lot of things on this planet, but till today we have not defined what food is. And that's why the problem is. The last 100 years have made corporates take the food away from people because it is food which is consumed the most by everything on this planet. In fact, the planet, the so-called Earth, the blue dot, the unique one, is actually a kitchen for all living things on this planet. But human beings, at the behest of corporate, is now thinking that the whole planet is our food. There are a lot of living things. Mother Earth gives food for every living things on this planet. But whatever we see, we think it is our food only. Whatever we don't see also, we think it is our food. Millions of living things living somewhere in the tummy of ocean. We are hunting and eating. And this is the sad story of human race. By now at least, if not in the early stages, now that we claim we have a lot of science under our belt, we still are not attempting to understand what is there between the mouth and the anus. That hardware needs some particular software. We are not attempting to understand the connections. How it all started for me is that when I did my PhD in Institute of Science, I worked on steroids. They're a group of chemicals which also are part of hormones that make a lady and a man different when the baby is being conceived in the womb. That XY business, the genes, it is the micro balance of hormones that makes the difference. I went to America first time in 1987, I guess. So they said, you get your medical certificate before you join. So I go to a hospital, wait in the reception. I saw a small girl, 6-year-old, sitting and gazing into space. And I being what I was or I am, in fact, I was telling my wife has a challenge. I want Dr. Khader to follow Mauna Vrat for one day. I cannot keep quiet. I just saw the kid, asked the mother, what is the problem? See, I'm going 1987 first time, and then I just couldn't keep quiet, asked the mother. But glad I asked that. So I asked that girl. Girl didn't speak to me. Then I asked the mother. She said, my daughter is having hemorrhage, bleeding, and it's been a month that I have come 3 times and they have given steroid injections and the bleeding has not yet stopped. That was the day my spinal cord, I had shivers. A girl of 6 years old, bleeding. I said, is it some infection? No. She has had her menses. That is the problem. I said, a girl should have her menstrual cycles begin at the age of 15 or 60. Because I did my PhD on steroids of various living systems. No. 6 years is little early, but generally in America, kids are menstruating at the age of 8 or 9. That's what she told me. So that was a bigger shock for me. I thought there is one case, somehow it has happened. No, generally that. Then I said, how? Why? She said, we don't know. This is what is happening. So I just had the chance to go into the doctor by then. Then I asked the doctor, why girls are menstruating so early in America? Because in India, when I left, the girls were menstruating at the age of 14 and 15. I said, what's the... Then that doctor who has to sign my medical certificate, I couldn't keep quiet. I talked to him. Why? He said, beautiful American style. That's all he said. He didn't even say a word. So I couldn't sleep next 4 or 5 days. What these guys are, this supposed to be so-called developed country, science, this, by then we had filled this wrong information that these guys are very advanced and all these things, That's how we went to America. We thought we were going to do all the fellows in the Institute of Science, you do PhD, you run there, nothing else. The objective of doing PhD is to go to America. So it just shook my whole system, belief system. What is this nonsense? Girls are menstruating. There's something wrong with these fellows. So I just inquired, and lo and behold, last 10 years, they have been feeding their girls, boys, babies born with artificial milk. Jersey cow, HF cow. For heaven's sake, they don't have cows in their country. They took one from us. Did manipulations and created a cow which can give 25 liters. They said, hey guys, your cow gives only 1 liter, our cow gives 25 liters. We are number one, and that's how A1 milk came. And ours became A2. Do you know this? Our milk, desi cow is called A2 milk, and their cow's milk is called A1 milk. And this is the story. So they had this so-called IVF techniques, in vitro fertilization. There is no need for bull. Get the sperm out of the bull, store it in the nitrogen, then bring it whenever they want, take big injections and inject whenever they want, tie the cow, and then add growth hormones, steroidal mixes, antibiotics, make the cow give milk whenever they want. In any mammalian systems, if there are 1,000 couples, around 10 to 12% people give birth to people. Imagine what I mean is that 1,000 men and 1,000 women are married to each other, and then you have couples, and all the 1,000 people don't bring out kids. The same thing holds good in cows or pigs or tigers or lions or any mammalian system as a ratio of that. So that means even if you have 1,000 cows, only 100 cows or 120 cows give you milk. So it doesn't work for these fellows, corporate fellows. They want every cow to give milk. So that's how they came up with IVF, and then said every cow has to give milk, and every day it has to give 25 liters. So they did everything, so-called genetic modification, hybridization, chemical treatment. This is the IVF came to existence, and then whenever they want more cows to give more milk, do this. So created an industry for steroids. So now it is not even giving milk to the babies, it is to sell the steroids that they created this. And they called it, which is white revolution. So mothers in America said, oh, what a wonderful invention. We don't need to feed our babies. We'll feed bottle babies. So they had nurseries coming up, and then mothers take their babies, give milk, put it in their mouths, and then go on, do their business. So within 6 weeks, mothers started moving out, not feeding their babies. And that happened 5 to 6 years before itself. So over a period of 10-15 years, what happened then? Girls in America and Europe started menstruating early. Hormonal imbalance. It is the residues that are found in this milk started affecting the hormonal imbalance and brought the so-called natural period cycle, which begins at age of 15 or 16 to the age of 6. In fact, now in my daughter's clinic, there are girls coming who are menstruating at the age of 3. 3 to 4 kids a month come like that. Because IVF technology has been exported to all throughout the world. And we are all scientists. We didn't ask any question. In the name of science, we have been drinking milk, not 1 liter, 2 liter, because they are producing 25 liters. You need to drink. So drink coffee, drink tea. That's not enough. Eat paneer. That's not enough. Eat cheese. Concentrating the milk more and more. So we never asked a question. Do we need to take milk into our system? We didn't understand the hardware, mouth to the anus. Our system doesn't have milk digesting enzymes once you are weaned away from your mother's milk. We are also mammals, they are also mammals. The cow gives milk for whom? For your coffee? For its baby. As you give milk to your baby. And that milk is not the same. Your milk that you feed your baby first 3 weeks is different from the milk. The same breast, same mouth, same baby is different after 3 weeks because the baby has grown. So you cannot give the same nutrients after 3 weeks. So it changes. After 3 months, the milk is different. After 6 months, the milk is different. Milk is a dynamic product. The moment the baby puts its lips on the nipple of the mother is not just feeding the baby, she's getting the signal as to what I should do in the next 3 weeks, what is the constituent of the milk that I should put together for the baby. And when the milk is so dynamic, you are now getting the milk of some other animal because you are able to produce 25 liters and then bring that and put it in the cold room for 10 days, add preservatives, add some pasteurization techniques, add some, babies have to get vitamin D, fortify it with vitamin D and something else, another fortification. So what are you feeding your baby? Are you feeding something that is supposed to go into their bodies? No doctor asked this question till today. I was shaken and asked this question. Why are we feeding this milk to our babies and they are just dropping their menstruating age from 16 to 8, 9, 6, 3? And it's okay with the human race. No expert, no scientist, biochemistry, this, that, so many institutes we have built all over the world. In the name of white revolution, no one even can ask this question. Instead, when I say don't give milk to your babies, hey, useless fellow, how do you get calcium if my baby doesn't take milk. For heaven's sake, you cannot get calcium from milk. There is only 900 milligrams in 1 liter of milk. And that also you cannot absorb completely. You can only get 5 or 10%. Just because it is going through your system, some of the calcium gets out. There is no mechanism designed to have calcium from milk into your body. As simple as that. So it is true that your digestive enzyme of the milk is switched off in your body at the age of 2.5 when the baby's milk is dried up in the mother's breast, the enzyme gets switched off. It is all well synchronized. And here we are drinking milk, not at the age of 2.5, at the age of 100 years also, if by chance. Milk is good, very good. Written all over in our science books, milk is complete food. In the name of science, the most unscientific thing that the human race has been doing in the last 50, 100 years is giving milk to their babies. What am I trying to ramble? Let me put it in one sentence. If human race decides to stop drinking milk, accepting that what Khader is talking is true, next 1 year, I will close down 50% to 70% of hospitals in the world. I will not close down. They will close themselves down. That is the impact. Why am I putting it this way? I am trying to communicate the blunder that the human race has made in the last 50, 60 years. Autoimmune diseases, hormonal imbalances created is wreaking havoc. In fact, I could tell you there would be no need for gynecology departments at all. With all due respect to all the gynecologists. That means if you are a true gynecologist, what all you have to do is, whoever patient comes, tell them don't drink milk. That's it. In fact, in America, women shave more than men. Am I putting very bluntly? And no problem, we have beauty parlors coming up, another business. Women are so busy attending beauty parlors. What are you doing? Oh, we have new technologies, laser technologies, to remove the unwanted hair on the face. Why the hell there is unwanted hair on the face? It is the balance, that microbalance of testosterone and estrogen is disturbed. I cannot think of bigger mistake than this. In the name of science, human race can do. Because it has become such a Herculean task for me to tell drinking milk is not scientific. All are brainwashed. It should have been the other way around. In the name of milk, we have been emptying the planet, trying to make these cows give milk to us. Each liter of milk consumes 2,800 liters of water. Cost of environmental damage that you are doing. Forget about the health damages. I have had good opportunity to cure a girl, not cure a girl, to help a girl. I didn't do anything. In hospital of Chandigarh, born, declared as autoimmune disease, she didn't even come out and see the sun. She is in the hospital for 6 years. And one of her cousins, sisters or something, heard my lecture and went in and convinced them not to give milk. They stopped giving her milk. And of course, there are some remedial measures that I have mentioned in my booklet, which I will come to. Within 16 days, the girl who could not get up from the bed, started coming out of the bed and started walking around. And within 18 more days, she was discharged. Now it has been 18 months. She is running like a deer. And we have had thousands of families stop the milk to their babies, and thousands of girls and boys have not visited the doctor even once after they being 15 years of age. You understand what I'm talking? See, the mistake we did, feeding our babies milk, has caused this many damages. Various kinds of diseases, PCOD. Girls cannot menstruate properly. So, in the name of milk, in the name of white revolution, we have created hormonal imbalance in the human race.